What if I told you that the way that you think could do something more than just improve your mood? Uh, there are two types of mindsets, those being growth mindsets and fixed mindsets. Growth mindsets are that your core qualities can grow and change based off of effort that you put in, and that your abilities are developed, and you have a yet instead of a can't kind of mentality. You can grow over time instead of just being a set amount of something. A fixed mindset is that your core qualities do not change. You have a set amount of potential, and that failure means you can't try again because you will just fail again. Fixed mindsets are extremely limiting and prevent massive amounts of character growth. They encourage comfortability with failure and also prevent certain aspirations or goals. And a lot of people would say that having a growth mindset doesn't really do that much. In an article published by the Commonwealth Reader called Why Positive Thinking is Useless for the Poor and Dangerous for the Rest of Us, goes into detail on why having a growth mindset is harmful. The author expresses frustration with how this type of thinking seems to forget people's circumstances and say they have limiting factors that prevent them from constructive growth that a growth mindset would provide. Basically, this article is saying that if someone's poor, they're going to stay poor, and there's external factors that keep them there, so they shouldn't even have any hope. But that kind of thinking is exactly what a fixed mindset is and the kind of damage that it would do. Telling someone that they can, work hard to change their life is a lot more helpful than just telling someone you're poor, you're going to stay poor, you might as well just accept it. And growth mindsets have been proven to be helpful. An easy example of working growth mindsets in action is how they can help kids in school. In the article, What is a Growth Mindset, published by understood.org, it outlines a group of students and how they performed against other students who didn't receive any training on what growth mindsets are. This was a large group of students. It was 6,300 students. These students who were given the training performed better on average than those that didn't. And these were low-performing students that weren't doing well in school. And just any person who believes that they can get somewhere better than where they are now by believing in themselves and the effort they put in are better off than someone who just accepts their position and does nothing to improve it. Another thing that growth mindsets can help with is relationships. Having a growth mindset isn't just something that can be beneficial with something like school. They can help you in relationships, be it romantic, friendships, professional, anything. In today's world, communication is something that a lot of people struggle with, but having a growth mindset can actually help you communicate better with other people. In the article, How a Growth Mindset Can Enhance Romantic Relationships, published by Psychology Today, this very premise gets introduced. Having a growth mindset contributes to active listening between partners. It encourages productive feedback and gives a deeper understanding between two partners. And these concepts can also be helpful outside of romantic relationships and help with interactions with people every day. If you actively listen to your boss, I'm sure things are going to go a lot better for you in your work life than if you just kind of sit there and go, yeah, okay. Right? Another thing that growth mindsets can help with is work. Another large benefit that comes from having a growth mindset is how it can help you and your career. Forbes magazine has a list of ways that having this type of thinking can boost your career and goals, titled 10 Ways That Increasing Positivity Expands Your Success. The three largest points that stuck out to me were how it strengthens your ability to advocate for yourself and for others, and it builds your reputation as someone worthy of trust and support, and it allows you to recognize and leverage your talents rather than just dwelling on failure. These are strong points because in your professional career, the biggest advocate for you is yourself. I believe that personal advocacy is received entirely based on the product and image that you put out at work. If you have the appearance of somebody who's a slacker and not a hard worker, regardless of what you do, you're probably still going to be perceived as those things. Your image, reputation, and strengths are all things that, if leveraged properly, can help with your career. Another thing that growth mindsets can help with is your mental health. Our final but arguably most important benefit of having a growth mindset is the impact that it can have on your mental health. While it's not a permanent solution to problems or struggles associated with poor mental health, having a growth mindset can provide tools that can assist with overcoming problems like stress, anxiety, and depression. An article published by Therapist.com titled Growth Mindsets, How Your Beliefs Affect Your Well-Being, expressed how much research goes into benefits of having growth mindsets on your mental health. The first main takeaway here is that when you feel like you can grow and change, setbacks feel less permanent and less overwhelming. The next takeaway is that having a growth mindset can weaken the connection between stress and distress, which can help you stay more balanced during hard times. It also expresses how having a fixed mindset can create poor coping strategies, which can lead to worsening mental health. Having a growth mindset isn't a cure for mental health issues, and it's certainly something that can help greatly and provide good coping mechanisms to deal with times of hardship and distress. Overall, having a growth mindset has more benefits and positive influences than having a fixed one. After being presented with just a few benefits of having a growth mindset, I would encourage anybody listening to attempt to implement one growth mindset strategy at a time. That will help grow and strengthen this type of mindset and hopefully help you in ways you didn't even think it would. Whether it's your life at work or at home, or even your personal goals you want to achieve, having a growth mindset can help you with all these things. Thank you.